Okay, good morning, students. The continuation is there. The interspecific interaction coevolutionary dynamics is there. Mimicry, what do you mean by mimicry? It is a phenomenon in which living organism modifies its form, appearance, structure, or behavior and looks like another living organism as a self-defense and increases the chance of survival. Here there is a floral mimicry is for usually inviting pollinators, but animal mimicry is often protective, பாதுகாக்கக்கூடியது. Mimicry is a result of evolutionary significance due to shape and sudden heritable mutation and preservation of a natural selection is there. The next one, myrmecophily. Myrmecophily. Sometimes ants take their shelter on some trees such as mango, lychee, jamun, acacia. These ants act as bodyguards of the plants against any disturbing agents, and the plants it turns plants in turn provide food and shelter to these ants. This phenomenon is known as myrmecophily. Example acacia and acacia ants. ants வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா ஒரு சில தாவரங்கள் மரத்தில் வந்து உயிர் வாழ்ந்துட்டுருக்கோம். அந்த தாவரங்களுக்கு இது வந்து ஒரு இடம் ஷெல்டர் உறைவிடமாக இருக்கும். அதே நேரங்களில் அந்த மரத்துலேருந்து இதுக்கு தேவையான உணவுப் பொருளை எடுத்துக்கொள்ளும். மெர்மிகோஃபிலி அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்லலாம். பாவனைகள் அப்படின்னு சொல்லக்கூடியது. அதுக்கடுத்து கோஎவல்யூஷன். The interaction between organism and continues for generation involves reciprocal changes in genetic and morphological characters of both organisms. This type of evolution is called coevolution. பரிணாமத்துக்காக வளர்ச்சி அடைந்திருக்கக்கூடிய உயிர்கள். The interaction between organism and continues for generation involves reciprocal changes. அப்படியே மாறுபாடுகள் அடையும். This type of evolution is called coevolution. It is a kind of adaptation and mutual change among interactive species. Okay. Next we pass on to ecological adaptation. The modification in the structure of organism to survive successfully in an environment are called adaptation. எந்த சூழ்நிலைக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி தாவரங்கள் தம்மை தகவமைத்து கொள்ளும். உயிரினங்கள் தகவமைத்து கொள்ளும், பட் தாவரங்கள் தகவமைத்து கொள்ளக்கூடிய தன்மை அடாப்டேஷன் சொல்லலாம். அடாப்டேஷன் ஹெல்ப் த organism exist under the privileging ecological habitat based on the habitats and the corresponding adaptation of plants. They are classified by as hydrophytes, xerophytes, mesophytes and epiphytes and halophytes. Then first one, what is hydrophytes? The plants which are living in water or wet condition is known as called hydrophytes. According to their relation, the water and air, they are subdivided into free floating hydrophytes, rooted floating hydrophytes, submerged floating hydrophytes, then rooted submerged hydrophytes, amphibious hydrophytes. These are the types present in the hydrophytes. First one, free floating hydrophytes. These plants are mostly float freely in the surface of water. தண்ணி மேலே மேய்ந்துட்டே இருக்கும். The example is Eichhornia, Pistia and Wolffia. Rooted floating hydrophytes. தண்ணியில் வந்து ரூட் போல் ஊன்றி வளர ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கும். That is known as rooted floating hydrophytes. மேலே மேய்ந்துட்டு இருக்கும். That is known as these plants are in contact with the soil, water and air. Example, Nilambo, Nymphia and Potamogean and Marsillia. Then submerged floating hydrophytes. These plants are completely submerged in water. தண்ணிக்குள்ளே அப்படியே மூழ்கி இருக்கும். And not in contact with the soil and air. தண்ணியில் ஏர்லேயும் அது காற்றுலேயும் மண்ணிலையும் வந்து கான்டாக்ட் இருக்காது. செரட்டோஃபில்லம் அண்ட் யூட்ரிகுலேரியா. தென் ரூட்டட் சம்மர்ஜ்டு ஹைட்ரோஃபைட்ஸ். வேர் மூலமாக தண்ணிக்குள்ளேயே மூழ்கி இருக்கக்கூடியது. தீஸ் பிளான்ஸ் ஆர் கம்ப்ளீட்லி சம்மர்ஜ்டு இன் வாட்டர் அண்ட் ரூட்டட் இன் சாயில் அண்ட் நாட் இன் கான்டாக்ட் வித் ஏர். ஏரோட தொடர்பு இருக்காது, மண்ணோட மூடி இருக்கும். எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஹைட்ரில்லா வாலிஸ்னீரி அண்ட் ஐசோயட்ஸ். ஆம்பிஃபியன்ஸ் ஹைட்ரோஃபைட்ஸ், rooted emergent hydrophytes. These plants are adapted to both aquatic and terrestrial modes of life. They grow in shallow water. Example, ranunculus and typha and sagittaria. Then in hydrophytes, TS of hydrilla stem is there. Here there is some of the modification is there. Anatomical modification, then morphological modification. Anatomical, morphological, some of the structure is the leaf, stem, leaf, root region is there. Here you got to see only diagram is there. The hydrilla diagram is there. There is a structure of TS of hydrilla stem only is there. There is epidermis, hypodermis, air chamber. These air chambers are cavity. Then endodermis, pericycle, xylem, cavity, phloem is there. No need to go for your depth in condition, but you can go through in a single plant also. In a hydrilla you have to study the morphological, anatomical, this structure you have to study, but In this way, you got to see this one only. Okay, the next one, xerophytes. The plants which are living in dry or xeritic condition is known as xerophytes. Then these are again divided into two types. They are habitat condition. Physical dryness. In these habitats, soil has a little amount of water due to the inability of the soil to hold water because of low rainfall. Then physiological dryness. In these habitats, water is sufficient present, but plants are unable to absorb it because of the absence of capillary spaces. Example, plants in salty and acidic in soil. Here, based on adaptive characters, xerophytes are classified into three categories. They are ephemerals, succulents, and non-succulent. Ephemerals, these are also called as drought escapers and drought evaders. These plants complete their life cycle within a short period, single season only. They are not true xerophytes. Example, Argemone, Molungotripulus, and the Tephrosia. Then succulent plants, these are also known as drought plants, drought enduring plants. These plants are shorter water, store water in their plants parts during the dry period. These plants develop certain adaptive characters to resist extreme drought condition. Example, Opuntia, aloe, Brayphillum, Begonia. Non-succulents, அதை பற்றி இல்லாது. These are also called as drought resistant plants. அதாவது அந்த வறட்சியை தாங்கி வாழக்கூடிய தன்மை இருக்கக்கூடிய தாவரங்கள் ட்ரூ xerophytes. These face both the external and internal dryness. They have many adaptation to resist dry condition. Example, Casuarina, Nerium, Zingiber, and Acacia. These are the example for morphological and anatomical structure of the stem, root, leaf. Here there is a leaf of this Nerium leaf. Some of the parts mark also there. Here also there is a succulent of Peprosia. There is an internal wing, a portion only is there. Okay, next we pass on to another one. There is a mesophytes. First one is xerophytes, then mesophytes, 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 and xerophytes. Sorry, hydrophytes is over, xerophytes is over, then mesophytes. Mesophyte plants which are living in moderate condition, either too wet or not too dry, are known as mesophytes. These are common land plants, example maize and hibiscus. Here there is a epiphytes. The epiphytes are plants which grow. There is a perched on other plants, supporting plants. They are used, the supporting plants, only as shelter and not for water and food supply. These epiphytes are commonly seen in tropical rainforests only. Orchids, rhinos, hanging mosses, money plant also there. Here there is a showing velamen tissue in a water. There is a sponge-like structure. This sponge-like structure, it absorbs moisture in this air. Okay, next we pass on to, there is another one, halophytes. Halophytes, this type of halophytes plants are which grow in soils with high concentration of salts. Example, Rhizophus, Soneratia, and Avicennia. Halophytes are usually found near the sea source and estuaries. The soils are physically wet but physiologically dry. As plants cannot use salt water directly, they require filtration of salt only using physiological forces. The vegetation is also known as mangrove forest and the plants are called mangroves. Okay, the next one, dispersal by seeds, dispersal of fruits and dispersal of seeds. Here there is a both fruits and seeds process active. Attractive color, odor, shape and taste needed for the dispersal by birds, mammals, reptiles and fish and ants, insect, even earthworms also there. The seed, dispersal by wind, Anemogori. Here there is a small seeds are there. These are mostly dispersed by wind only. A small seeds or edible seeds are there. Individual seeds are the whole fruit may be modified to help for the dispersal of wind. Wind dispersal of fruits and seeds is quite common for tall trees. The adaptation of wind dispersal plants are minute seeds. And also wings also present. Seeds are minute, vessel, small, light and with inflated covering. Orchids. Then wings, seeds are whole fruits are flattened from a wing. Example, maple, Caryopkarpus, Dipterocarpus and Ternalia. Then another one, feathery appendages. Seeds or fruits maybe have feathery appendages. With the help of these feathery appendages, they are moved from one place to another place easily. Vernonia asclepidaceae. Then sensor mechanism. The fruits or mechanism plants open in such a way that the seeds can escape only when the fruit is violently shaken by a strong wind. That is the way the plants seeds are dispersed by the wind. The next one, dispersal by water, hydrogory. Here dispersal of seeds and fruits by water, it occur in these plants which grow in water bodies. Adaptation of hydrogory, conical receptacle with prominent spaces are there, Nilambu. Presence of fibrous mesocarp and pericarp. Example, coconut. Seeds are light and small, provided with which encloses their air. Then the fruit may be inflated. Example, Heritoria litorius. Seeds by themselves would not float, many carried by water current. Example, coconut. Then another one, dispersible by animals. Zoogory. Birds and mammals, including human beings, play an efficient and important role in dispersal of fruit and seeds. They have following devices. Hooked fruits. கொக்கி மாதிரி இருக்கணும், அப்போ தான் ஈஸியாக மனிதர்கள் மூலமாக விலங்குகள் மூலமாக மேலே படர்ந்துட்டு பரவ ஆரம்பிச்சிடும். த சர்ஃபேஸ் ஆஃப் ஃப்ரூட்ஸ் ஹேவ் குக்ஸ் காந்தியம், பாப்ஸ், spines, astrolidia, by means of which they are the body of animals or clothes of women. Here the next one, beings and get dispersed. Sticky fruits and seeds. Some fruits have sticky globular heads which they adhere to the fore of grazing animals. Example, bargavi and clume. Some fruits have viscoid layer which adhere the beak of the bird which eat them. Each of the trees that disperses and germinate harmful. Example, Hordia. Fleshy fruits. Some fleshy fruits which cause conspicuous colors are dispersed by humans being to distant places after consumption. Example, mango and diplocyclose. Then another one, dispersed by explosive mechanism. Adima vedichu veliyar thannichiya veliyakuri altogory. Some fruits burst suddenly within a food enabling to throw seeds in a little distance. Some of the plants. Altogory shows the following adaptation. Mere touch of some plants causes ripened fruit to explode suddenly and see or throw out when great force. Example, impotence area. Some fruits when they come in contact with water, particularly after a shower of rain, burst suddenly with the noise and sector. கனகாபுரம் பூலாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஈரத்தில் வச்சுன்னா டக்குன்னு வெடிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சு. Okay, next we pass on to the another one. Here certain long parts explode with a loudicul noise like cracker scattering the seeds all direction. Example, Bagaenia. Camel's foot climber. As a fruit matures, tissues around seeds converted into mucilaginous fluid due to which high turgor pressure develop in a fruits. Okay, the next one, human aided seed dispersal. Seed ball is an ancient Japanese technique of encasing seeds in a moisture of clay and soil humus. Also is cow dung and scattering them onto the suitable ground, not planting of trees manual. This method is suitable for barren and degraded lands for tree regeneration and vegetation before monsoon period, where the suitable dispersible agents become rare. அது விதை பந்து அப்படின்னு நம்ம சொல்லலாம். ஏஜென்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் சீட் டிஸ்பர்சல் எப்படியெல்லாம் பரவுது நிறைய பார்த்தோம். காற்று, நீர், விலங்குகள், மனிதர்கள், இதெல்லாம்லாம். Seeds escape from mortality near the parent plants due to predation by animals or getting diseases and also avoiding competition. Dispersible also gives a chance to occupy favorable sites for growth also. The important process in a movement of plant genes, particularly in this is the only method available for self-fertilized flowers and maturely transmitted genes in outgrowing plants. Okay. Seed dispersal by animals helps in the conservation of many species, even human altered ecosystems. Understanding of fruits and seed dispersal act as a key for proper functioning and establishing of many ecosystems from desert to evergreen forest, and also for the maintenance of biodiversity conservation and the restoration of ecosystem. Okay, next one. That's all. Okay, this is a way how the seeds are dispersed from one place to another place. Okay, thanking you. Okay, that's why you got to completed this 6th lesson also. Next we pass on to 7th lesson. It's a very important another lesson also. There is an environment. Here there is an environment in what are the issues also there and what are the concepts also present in the ecology also environment. Okay, here there is another important topic. Okay, no problem. Here we completed 4th lesson also, 6th lesson also. Next is 7th lesson. 7th lesson over means total botany is over. That's all. Okay, next any other doubts means you can call any time, and also you can clarify your doubts in a direct way. இன் எ ஸ்கூல். மேபி ஸ்கூல் ரீஓப்பன் ஆனோன்னா நம்ம வந்து ஈஸியாக இதெல்லாம் வச்சு டெப்த்தாக நம்ம டீட்டெயிலாக டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுவோம். இன்கேஸ் டவுட் இருந்தாலும் ஓகே, நோ ப்ராப்ளம், கேளுங்க. இப்போ நம்ம வந்து ஆன்லைனால் கொஞ்சம் ஃபாஸ்ட்டாகவும் போக வேண்டியது இருக்குது. ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ், தேங்க்யூ.